Good morning, afternoon, or evening, Spikes. Welcome to another episode of the Goliath Gauntlet. This is going to be a matchup where we are pitting Earth Briar specifically against Dorinthea, and it is Dawnblade Dorinthea as opposed to axes. And if you all know me, I like axes, but I wanted to try this out anyway just to see what it was like. So anyway, if you haven't tuned into any of our other episodes of the Goliath Gauntlet, the idea behind it is we take one deck and we pit it against 5 different decks just to see how the one deck functions in various different environments, matchups, etc. To give you an idea of how the deck plays, what its strengths and weaknesses are, etc. So joining me is the star of the show, playing Earth Briar. This is Jan.
Hey, I'm Briar.
And you want to talk about your deck to intro it?
Yes, so I am playing Earth Briar as opposed to Lightning or Cheerios or Redliner Briar, depending on how you want to call it. So its strategy, the way it differs is you want to go tall, not wide. So you're playing a bunch of buffs to have one big attack versus playing a bunch of smaller attacks. So you're using hopefully a lot of Earth Fusion because some of the Earth Fusion abilities are pretty bonkers and a lot of fun. So because we're playing against Dorinthea, I am subbing in some blocking gear just because I don't want to get sworded in the face too hard.
Dang.
So I am running an Iron Rot Helm, Iron Rot Gauntlets, and then Fiendel's Spring Tunic because it will give you some extra resources, but also does block for one, and a Snapdragon Scalers to give one of my attacks go again.
So you can continue.
So I can continue to go again.
To go tall.
Tall, yes, tall, not a second time.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah. And of course, as mentioned, I am playing Dorinthea, Dawnblade Dorinthea, for this matchup. And the main idea behind Dawnblade Dorinthea is to use your aforementioned Dawnblade to attack at least twice a turn. I think it's actually maybe maximum twice a turn, depending on whether or not you have Twinning Blade. But the idea is to try to get in at least 1 damage twice so that you can continue growing your Dawnblade to make it a more and more threatening piece of equipment and hopefully close out the game with that sort of inevitability. So for this matchup specifically, I do have Null Rune Hood just for the incidental arcane damage. If there is any against Runeblade, it's always a good idea to have at least 1 piece of arcane barrier, in my opinion. Against certain decks, it's correct to have 2. Like, for example, because there is a Rosetta Thorn on the other side of the table, having 2 arcane barrier is pretty beneficial so that you can block both of the, or you can actually arcane barrier the 2 of it, because it is 1 source of damage, but I'm just going with 1 for now. And then I have Courage of Blade Hold. It's good to have 1 sort of combo turn, and also it blocks for 2 before it breaks, or it blocks for 3 total, but usually you block for 2 and then you use it. I also have Brave Forge Bracers. Again, just blocks for 3. Sometimes has additional effects, but mostly not. And then Refraction Bolters to hopefully be able to give Dawnblade go again so that you can attack a second time. So Jan did win the die roll.
I did.
But depending on what you want to do, you can go first or you can go second.
Yes, I will elect to go second.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. I wonder why that
big
is.
braining it.
All right. So to start this off, I am just going to throw this Dawnblade at you, pitching this hit and run with 2 resources floating.
2 resources floating. That's so many. I'm going to block for 2.
You're going to block for 2.
For 2.
Okay. So this is currently coming in for 3. I am going to have an attack reaction.
Heavens no.
I will cast this Singing Steel Blade to give the attack +1, and also because you blocked with a card from your hand, I can search for an attack reaction and banish it, and then play it this chain link if I would like.
I don't believe you.
Well, too bad.
Okay.
So with my Singing Steel Blade, I'm going to find and cast this Glint the Quicksilver, which is an attack reaction. It costs 0, and it gives target weapon attack go again. And with Reprise, if you've defended with a card from your hand this chain link, I draw a card.
I did.
So you have done that. So I will draw a card and give the attack go again. Do you have any additional effects or defense reactions? Okay.
I do not.
So this will have go again, and
I'm taking 2.
You will take 2. Yep.
I'll go to 18.
So we'll resolve that. I do have to break the chain link in order to try to attack you again with this Dawnblade.
Sucker.
But I will use one resource, the last one that I had floating, to cast this Dauntless, to give my next weapon attack this turn +3, and the next defense reaction you play this turn costs an additional resource to play. From what just happened, I assume you don't, but it does also just pump for 3. So
It does.
Relevant.
3's a lot.
Then I'm going to pitch the Steel Blade Shunt with 2 resources floating to attack you again with this Dawn Blade. So it is 4/6. And I have 2 resources.
And you have 2 resources and 1 card in your hand.
Correct. Oh.
Block for 6.
Wow, this hand was bad. You weren't lying.
I had a 3 of a kind.
Yeah, I guess with that being the case, I'm going to cast this Stroke of Foresight as an attack reaction to give target weapon attack +3, and then reprise. I can draw a card, then put a card from my hand on the top or bottom of my deck.
That's crazy that you get to pick.
I'm going to put this on top.
That's fine.
Just leave it there.
All right, so I'll take 3.
And yeah, you will take 3. And then because I hit twice with my Dawn Blade, it will trigger and give me a counter on it. And then I'm going to end my turn.
All right. I want to start my turn off. I'm going to put 4 counters on my Fyendal Spring Tune.
4 of them. That's powerful.
It's good. Don't worry about it. So we're going to start. We're going to play a Force of Nature. And we will fuse it. So my next attack action card this turn, or my next attack this turn gets +1, as well as if an attack that has a damage higher than its base damage hits, I draw a card. Then...
Yeah, that part specifically is attack action, but
attack
the
action,
buff is
correct.
for near next attack.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Wacky.
I'm going to pitch this Explosive Growth to an attack with an Explosive Growth.
Oh, I was so excited.
I will fuse it.
I was so excited for you to have pitched the Explosive Growth, but then you played it. And
Yeah, so it's attacking for 3. It will deal 1 arcane damage, and whenever it deals damage, it will increase the power of attacks in this attack chain by 1.
That's rude.
It is rude.
It's rude.
It's rude.
I think I'm okay with all of this, unfortunately. So I will take the 1, which will pump the explosive growth, but you don't get a draw off of it. And then I will take, it's 4, right? Because it's 3, and then it...
Right, but I will have an attack reaction.
Did you fuse it?
I did fuse it, yeah.
You did fuse it, right? Okay. So yeah, I have...
Okay, so as an attack reaction, I'm just going to give it a go again.
Okay, so I will take 4.
4, yeah, and then I will draw a card.
Yes.
Spend the 1 and attack with Rosetta Thorn. So it's going to be 2 arcane and then 4 base.
4 base.
Yeah. Oh, and I do get 2 embodiment of Earth tokens.
Yes, you do. I will take the 2 arcane, but I will block the 4 with my courage and my Brave Forge Bracers.
Very courageous. I appreciate it.
Me too.
Yeah, and I think with that, I'm just going to end my turn.
Okay.
Oh, well, I will arsenal a card.
Very
I will arsenal a card first.
We're gonna get a little kooky on the show today. I hope you'll permit me.
Cookies. What kind of cookies?
Vortman cookies found at your local Safeway or Loblaws. We're not sponsored. Not sponsored in the slightest. Although I wish, because they're actually pretty
really
decent
good,
cookies. Anyway, we're gonna start. I'm gonna cast the Steel Blade Supremacy.
Ugh.
I'm gonna target my Dawn Blade and make it more supreme.
It gets +2.
It gets +2 and it gets +2 until end of turn, and also gains whenever this hits, draw a card.
God, it's so good. Yeah.
It's extremely good. The other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna follow it up with an Iron Song Determination, also targeting my Dawn Blade to give target weapon +1 and dominate until end of turn.
Dominate, so many words.
Then I'm going to pay 1.
Yep.
And attack you with this Dawn Blade. It has a total of +3 from this, and then a base of 4 from itself. So it is for 7 with Dominate.
7 with Dominate. If it hits, you draw a card.
Correct.
You have 1 card in hand?
1 card in hand.
I don't like any of this. Yeah, whatever. I'll take 7.
Whoa! As an attack reaction, I will break my Refraction Bolters to give the attack go again.
I thought I had go again.
And it doesn't currently.
I just assumed it did.
I will give it go again and also draw a card.
Yeah.
Then I will break the combat chain. These are still like floating effects. They're technically in the graveyard, but just for posterity.
For posterity,
I'm gonna put those there. Then I'm going to activate Brave Forge Bracers to give my next weapon attack +1 because a weapon I control is hit this turn. And then I'm going to pitch this out for blood with 2 floating to attack again with this Dawnblade. It is for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with Dominate. And if it hits, I draw a card.
Yeah, I'm aware. But I'm going to block with this and with these so I don't take as much damage. So that's 6 total.
6 total, and I am attacking for 8.
8, yeah.
So you'd be taking 2. I could do this as well, and I think I will.
There's an attack reaction that gives it +6. I quit this game.
There is, but it costs 3.
Okay.
So I can't currently play it, but I will, in response to that, cast this out for blood, paying 1 just to give it +3.
Oh, okay.
It also the reprise effect is it gives my next attack +1, but I can't do it again. So
all right, I'll take 5. Go to 3.
All right. So that is the second time that is hit. So I will trigger that. And we will start to clean up here.
Yeah.
And I'll draw some cards.
All right. So we're going to start by getting rid of these Embodiment of Earths. And we're going to start by taking up this Spring Tunic. Play this Explosive Growth. And I will fuse it again.
Okay. So it's coming in for...
So there's 1 Arcane. And then it's coming in for 3. But if it hits with the Arcane, it'll be 4.
I'm going to take the 1 Arcane.
Okay.
And then I'm going to block for 4 here. 3 from Out for Blood, 1 from my Brave Forge Bracers.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Well, that is all that I'm going to do because it does not have go again.
Jen.
Yes.
How you feeling?
Like I'm going to die.
You're having a good time on the show today?
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
I'm going to break this Courage Blade hold.
Yep.
My sword attacks cost 1 resource less this turn.
You got it.
Then I'm going to cast this Sharpened Steel to give my next weapon attack +3 and come in for free with my Dawnblade for 5. Oh, sorry. It has +3. It is for 5. It's for 8. I didn't mention that.
Oh, that's a lot more.
Okay.
14.
Okay. As an attack reaction, I'm going to cast Glint the Quicksilver to give the attack go again and draw a card. I have no further effects, so we can let that resolve. Okay. So it does have go again, but it doesn't hit.
So you lose all your counters.
No, that's only at the end of the turn. I apologize.
So you're ending your turn, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Roll it back in the comments.
My weapon attacks are still free, so I will come in for 5.
I'll block with parry. Is that the... Oh, we did it.
Oh, damn.
No one's tried it. Yeah, no, I'm dead.
Does that make the attack come back at me?
I am so dead.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my arsenal card.
Another Explosive Growth, the bane of my existence.
I drew a lot of weird hands.
Yeah, you drew like 3 of a kind every turn.
Yeah.
For just random stuff. Like that last block was Channel Mount Heroic and 3 Weavers.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't much you were gonna do on that turn anyway.
No,
I guess you could go like Weaverth, pitch for Explosive Growth, or like
it would have
something.
been. Oh, that's like I don't even know. Like it's maybe like pitch for Channel Mount Heroic, and then
pitch for the explosive growth and then fuse it.
Yeah, I don't even know if I fuse it. Maybe I just play Weave Earth. Yeah, no, I played the Weave Earth because then I have a second one and I make an Embodiment of Lightning because it gets go again and then I attack with my sword.
You can attack with the sword. Yeah, that would be a lot of damage though.
It would be.
Because is Mount Heroic attack actions or just attacks?
Attack action cards.
Attack actions. So
unfortunately, but
I mean,
still,
still really good.
Still.
But yeah, I mean, I think it was that one was at least a mixture of I had a really good turn 1 and you had a very bad opening hand.
Yes, my opening hand would have been great. It was
exclusively 2 blocks, right? Like
my opening hand was 3 Bramble Sparks and a Weave Earth. So if the Bramble Spark, one of these Bramble Sparks had been literally any attack action, it would have been a good. And then it was like
you would have had like a plan going into turn 2 at least.
Yeah, I would have had a thing to do. But no, it's it is what it is. It's the luck of the draw.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
The luck of the Irish. The green.
Are you Irish?
Briar.
I thought you were like Dutch.
I am Dutch Irish.
Oh, of course.
I don't think.
Of course, the crossover of the century.
Don't at me in the comments. Don't look it up.
Anyway, thank you all for watching. That was an episode that went off the rails in more ways than one. But we appreciate you liking, commenting, subscribing, ringing.
The bell. Belling.
Commenting? I said commenting.
You can comment.
Have a good one. See you in the next one.
Hey, thanks for checking out the Spike Feeders on YouTube. Before you close the window, make sure you click subscribe for more great Flesh and Blood content.